Whether this town got its name from the nearby sharp, jagged edged mountains, or these really are the remnants of a god's rotting maw, no one truly knows. What everyone does know is that God's Maw was once surrounded by rich essentia veins that has since dried up. Or has it? You are all part of a traveling group of bandits or adventurers, whatever you decide to label yourself as. You've all learned the true nature of what Essentia really is. The physical manifestation of Kudamat the First Doom, searching for his 9 soul shards, which have been scattered all across the drylands to prevent his return to power, and therefore, the destruction of everything as you know it. While you passed through the previous town, you had heard folks gossiping about constant earthquakes and sudden sinkholes in the nearby town of Godsmaw, which generally happens when Kudamat has found one of his soul stones nearby, or soul shards, rather. And which typically means that a Colossi and other aberrations must be nearby, ready for you to kill. You've all been searching for these soul shards for quite a while now, as you are all level 5 in this adventure. You've at least dealt with 3 or 4 of them. So, with this in mind, you all pack your things and hit the road for Godsmaw. As the early evening begins, the stars start to sprinkle the sky, revealing one shooting star. It slowly crosses. Dread. When you see this shooting star, what does Dread wish for?
Dread is sitting on a log. I imagine there's a campfire around us. Not around us, in the middle of us. And she is looking up at this shooting star and just wishing, quietly wishing, for the people who wronged her to pay. There isn't really any look on her face that would indicate that she's upset or angry. And actually, I'm going to talk about what she looks like. She is a human fawn. She is fat and she's tall. She has a visible belly outline. She's got pink hair that's always stuck in her thorns. She has warm brown fur with white and black spots like a Philippine spotted deer in this fantasy world. Wears a buttoned up linen shirt with a long skirt and has her gun holsters at her waist. And she typically wears her lasso tied across her chest. And as she's wishing on this shooting star, she holds onto her chest as she is holding on to a locket that is tucked underneath her shirt.
Ash, when you see the shooting star, do you wish? Does it remind you of anything? What goes on through Ash's mind?
I think Ash, when he was younger, a long time ago, saw the world with a lot of wonder, but now no longer wishes upon stars or looks up at the sky with reverence. I think he is very much focused on everything on the ground before him as he sits there as well by the fire. And he is this orc, rugged, with a very sharp and scraggly beard, scars that have healed across the face. He has like a black headband that he has wrapped around, and long, bushy, curly hair that droops down, and the band extends out all the way down his back, but he has a duster jacket that he wears with a black button up underneath and boots to go along with it with the spurs. And he is looking at his weapons and is sharpening them. And he is sharpening them against his right hand, which is made of metal. This strange metal that glows. It's like a red mixed in with this inlay of like this obsidian looking metal that goes along with it. And just the blades just sharpen up against it as he begins to heat it as well and treat it.
Vess, you see the shooting star. What does Vess think of or wish for at this moment?
Vess looks up at the night sky, and as the shooting star passes, her eye naturally shifts towards the moon as it hangs in the sky. And a few emotions cross her face, her pale face with almost purplish lips, not quite blushing with life in it. And as she looks there at the moon, following the star, she feels a feeling of both bitterness and longing at the same time. And struggles for a moment with those contradictions, shifts her weight, and kind of shifts back to look down at her boots as they are kicked out towards the fire in front of them. But she keeps herself a little distanced from. She glances up one more time before she pulls her wide-brimmed hat down further over her pale white hair, and pulls the vest and dark black duster coat back over her, crosses her arms, and just sort of scoffs a bit. And whether that's at the sky and the moon itself, or herself in this moment, she can't even tell.
Sunny. When she looks up to the sky, seeing that shooting star, what goes through her mind?
Yeah, I think at first, Sunny was looking down, her hat hanging low for a moment, and then she just hears a lot of whispers around her. It's like, stars, 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 stars. And then that's when she looks up at the moment, and then she sees stars with her silvery eyes. She's thinking deeply about wanting everyone around her to have peace, and hopefully they'll be able to have that peace. Sunny, she is 5'1". She has white wavy hair, silver eyes. Her body is covered in bandages, wrapped up, a little bit like worn out, kind of. She wears like all black robe, and on her back and any of her shirts and outfits, there's always 2 cut up holes, just so her wings doesn't get stuck all the time.
And finally, Ari. Ari, sitting in front of the fire, looks up to the stars and sees that shooting star. What is going through Ari's mind?
Running through their mind, as they'd been staring at the fire, and even as their eyes are pulled up towards the sky, seeing this flash of light dancing, running across the brilliant night, they were hearing echoing screams that live in the shadows. The wails and pleads to anyone who will listen, and yet no one will. Hearing the terrors that come from looking into the darkness and realizing that something else is looking back. And seeing this little light run across, he just giggles to himself. Very fun, mistress. Very fun. As he grabs his wings that look more like a black cloak draping down to his feet, with these red circlets near the bottom. His bright red eyes flashing in the red insect-like eyes flashing in the light of the fire. His antennas with little wisps of red flaking off of them quiver as the wind brushes by. He looks like he stands about 4 foot tall and looks like a moth wrapped in black shadow.
Sitting in front of this fire, you just hear the sounds of the wind of the desert. You, every once in a while, hear the sounds of your horses, but it's quiet out here. In the drylands, towns are few and far between unless they are completely concentrated around essentia mines and veins of this powerful magical ore. In between towns, it's desert and nothing else. Sure, the land is beautiful. You have beautiful red mountains, and every once in a while a stream that wildlife and vegetation grow around. But since you left the previous town, there hasn't been anything. Is there anything that happens during this night for people to prepare for the next day?
I don't think Ash is doing much of anything outside of his normal routine, besides just treating his weapons, and he has a very laissez-faire demeanor, despite the danger of what they're pursuing.
I think Dread is just relaxed, leaning back, probably drinking from a hip flask, and just ready to take in the night, have a good night's sleep, prepare for the next day, welcoming how quiet it is.
I think Erebid is in the shadows once again, having left the darkness, having left the light of the fire. His red eyes really the only thing that anyone can see, and he's just muttering to himself, speaking to someone that, if they are there, you can't see them.
I think you'll see Sunny has a deck of cards in her hand, and she just like passes them around to no one, to anyone that's no one that can see who she's like playing with. But you can always see like the cards are moving, that she is playing with someone. But she's just relaxing right now, just having fun with her game of poker right now.
Vess just kind of goes through the motions of settling in for the night. Even though at night is not exactly her most ideal resting time. She finds herself, preparing her weapons, cleaning the hand runes, just adjusting her clothing, probably mending anything that still needed to have been fixed from before, and just generally taking care of what's hers, almost like possessively.
The night passes. And in the morning, you're greeted by the cold, cold dryness of the desert. Some of the stuff that you see around you has frosted slightly. But you all pack your things, and after another few hours of travel, the town of Godsmaw greets you, pocked with large sinkholes where some of the houses have shattered and fallen within them, while others that were lucky enough to have no sinkholes just beneath their houses might have some of their cacti fall. Godsmaw seems like a larger town at first, but as you get closer and closer and pass by a few of the empty buildings on the outskirts of this town, you realize that this is nearly a ghost town. Most of the surrounding homes here and shops have been abandoned, and the large veins in which you see coursing through the ground, almost like capillaries, are all empty. Following the main road, you get to the heart of Godsmaw, a cluster of buildings surrounding the town square. Here, you find a saloon, a sheriff's office, a general store, and off in the distance, up these pointed mountains that look like a large pointed jaw, you see a small building just next to a larger opening into the mountain. Most likely a prospector's office or something of the like, though you're not sure if the mine is even still active or not. Folks here go in and out of their own homes and stores and buildings, but as you all enter into this town, you get a feeling of... what you see is people just staring. You see looks of confusion, looks of surprise. No one in their right mind would come to Godsmaw. But before you know it, you see a deputy walking out of the sheriff's office, walking towards your group. This Skykin walks up to you and says, "Well, welcome, I guess. You're not bringing any trouble here, are you?"
Well, of course not, Sheriff. We're just passing through town.
Passing through? Why? If you don't mind me asking.
She looks to the group. I don't think I'm the right person to talk here. I don't know. But we're passing through it because, well, that's our business.
All right.
Lovely place you have here.
Oh, deputy. Is that any kind of way to show some hospitality to some kind little visitors coming through?
Listen, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. I just... We don't got nothing here for travelers. This is... Godsmaw's been a dying town for quite some time now, so... just more earthquakes, more sinkholes every day. I guess if you're staying here, I just have to warn you that there's there's some dangerous stuff going on here. A lot of people are just skipping town, so I mean, it's pretty early in the morning. You might be able to catch the other town nearby.
Is it running away? You should catch. Catch it.
Right. If you do want to catch that other town, all we have to do is just go north and slightly west after a couple miles, and you can go around the mountains, but not catch. I mean, just get to, go to.
Oh, okay. Not running. That makes more sense.
All right, I'm sorry. I just have to ask again. What is the business that you have here?
These, earthquakes. You have any idea of where they're coming from?
Well, some of the miners are saying that maybe there's some new Ascension mines that are opening up in the mines, but I don't know. It just seems like it's all like weird timing. You know, I've been hearing stuff about other places having some earthquakes and sinkholes, but nobody really has an explanation as to why. A lot of people are saying that it's the forgotten gods that trying to smite down their non-believers and all that stuff. So I don't know. Personally, I just think that I think it's the earth just getting mad at us for taking too much from it, but
Well, I think that's where our business is going to end up taking us.
to the earthquakes?
Mm-hmm.
Have there been any spotting of Colossi around here?
I heard about stuff like that. Colossi. Those them big creatures that just walk around and kill people to get close, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen nothing. Nothing near
GM,
here, at least.
would I know the earthquakes are like a sign of one approaching?
It's usually a sign. It's not a sign of Colossi. Sometimes there are Colossi that are connected to the earth and like can create earthquakes, but it's more of a sign that a soul shard is nearby and Kudamat has found it. That's usually what it is.
Gotcha.
It's almost like it's breaking the earth as it's reaching towards that soul shard to consume it and absorb its energy.
So, to my understanding as well, just thinking about this, like the Essentia is kind of working almost like veins, kind of like reaching towards it, and that is what's reaching out.
Right. So Kudamat is this god that was buried, or so told, buried under the mountain. Oh shoot, I forgot the mountain itself, but buried under a really large mountain, and it has been basically reaching out towards these soul shards that have been placed all across the drylands. Its way of reaching out is through these Essentia veins, almost like a spidering network of its physical manifestation reaching out to try and find these soul shards. Essentia is mined and used as a magical substance to make batteries, to power magical weapons, stuff like that. So seeing no Essentia here is kind of weird, but at the same time, maybe you just can't see it. Who knows? But yes.
So, you said that some miners were talking about how they may have found some more Essentia? Like you said that
Well,
was the gossip.
nothing's been found yet. A lot of people are trying to get the prospector to, open up the mining business again.
It's closed?
Parts of it are. A lot of people are just sneaking in anyways, but
Why would he
I'm trying
close
to keep
it?
people out. That's a great question. Cave-ins. Maybe they're trying to keep it for themselves. I tried talking to the prospector, but he doesn't really come out much, so...
Does he live up there? And she's pointing up towards the little hut.
Yeah,
on the side of the
yeah.
mountain.
Up there. Yeah.
He's not one to come down, have a drink or two here in town or anything.
Prospector? God. No. He's kind of a recluse ever since the Ascension Mines ran out. Understandably, he put a lot of money into there, so I can only imagine. Probably can't even afford a drink this time.
So have there been many who have been purchasing Essentia here? Like exporting it here from town?
Essentia? Well, a long time ago. We haven't had Essentia here. God, it's been a few years at least.
How far are these mines that people are sneaking in and out of?
It's up the hill right up there. Probably take you, I don't know, 10-minute walk. Hope you're all ready to do some hiking.
It shouldn't be a problem.
What is your name? If
Me?
we are to
Alright.
speak to Prospector, we should probably be able to say who sent us.
Yeah, my name's Gale.
Yeah.
Prospector's name is Griddick.
Griddick.
Bird.
I am. My friends call me Eri. Strangers call me Erebid. Enemies call me Death. Hi, what do you call me?
Erebid sounds good to me. Sorry. Listen, this is to each of you. Your friend here just sounds like they just said that enemies call them death. I just have to ask again. You're here for the earthquakes. Is there any other reason why you're here? Because it is my business being the sheriff here. I just need to make sure that my people are safe.
Well, that's what we're about to find out.
All right.
Oh, only enemies call me Death. No people here. Enemies.
Yes.
Eri.
Right. Gale, if we find anything, we'll let you know.
Well, while you're in town, if you need anything, you got the Spurs God damn it. The Spurs, Saddles, and Sarsaparillas over here. That's the saloon over here. And then we got the Godsmaw Market. So if you need anything, Godsmaw Market, that's where you need to go. And if you need anything else, just go to Spurs. I know Rishi will hook you up with some stuff if you're here to help with the earthquakes.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Gail.
All right. So I'm thinking we kind of divide and conquer.
I'll go to the saloon.
I'll
I'll join you.
see what I can check out on these mines. Does anyone else want to go check out what's going on with the prospector?
Why don't we send Ari to go check on the prospect?
Yeah. So are we gonna need if we need to try to maybe persuade him to give us what we want, which would be information or perhaps access to the mines? I can be pretty convincing. You know
But don't
that.
you think it's very clear cut when we go send Ari somewhere? There's gonna be three options. They're either a friend or an enemy or a stranger. So worst
You
case,
told me I need to be better at introducing myself. That was very straightforward.
You did great. You did pats
Yes.
them on the shoulder. Pats them on the shoulder.
Okay, then I'll go see the prospector first before the mines.
I'm gonna
Area,
go
if you
grab a
wanna
drink.
Come along.
Yes, we go together, Ash. You see, Mr. Prospector.
Sounds good.
So who's coming with me to grab a drink?
I'll join you.
All right.
Well, do
you too,
we-
Vess?
I
mean-
could join as well, unless there's anything we know we need. You know I can't stop shopping. Not that I think that this is going to have anything terribly luxurious, but, you know, something shiny will do.
Well, if that lady's giving out free stuff.
I
can't
do
hurt.
love free stuff, but usually it's me who's making it free, but you know, that's its own thing.
We'll see what he knows.
All right. We'll meet back here when the sun hits that way.
And high noon.
At high noon.
And high
Sounds like a
noon.
I was trying not to say it.
Hey.
Okay.
So we are splitting up.
Nothing bad has ever come from splitting the
I'm
party.
just shopping.
No, of course not.
What
I'm
could
going
go
for a
wrong?
drink with
I'm
Sunny.
just
It's gonna be
shopping.
great.
Let's see. Okay, so we have a few of you going to the saloon, and then we have a few of you going to the prospector's office up at the.
And Vess is going to go to the general store. Just
You're gonna go to the general store. Okay.
Yeah, Vess is going to grab stuff for from the general store.
Let's start. Let's start with the saloon.
Okay.
Actually, no. Let's start with the general store. I think that's a better
Okay.
better one to start with. So, Vess,
Yes.
you find this small store. It's got God's Mom Market on a large wooden sign just out front. As you enter in, you can see that there are a lot of missing items on the shelves, or that it's just not very well stocked. In the middle of the store, you see a clank that is currently putting some items onto the shelf, and just behind one of the counters to the left-hand side, you see this older Dracona with glasses at the base of their snout that is looking down at what can be assumed to be like bookkeeping or inventory sheets in front of them. And as you enter through the door, you hear cling as it hits a bell at the top, and you see both of them look up to you as you enter.
Hello.
Morning.
How? This is a new face to me. Hello. My name is Zorkoth. I am the owner of the Godsball Market. What brings you in here today in the city?
Oh, well, we're just passing through, but passing through by way of checking out the earthquakes and everything that are happening here. And, you know, hopefully getting down to potentially helping y'all with your
Why?
earthquake problem. Why?
Why?
Do you not want help? Or.
Oh no, I'm very confused why you would come here. There's no money to be had.
Well, that's fine. But your dear friend out there, Deputy Gale, was just saying.
Yes.
Yeah, Deputy Gale, he was saying that, you know, this is like the shop in town, and I do love coming to see what's there and then seeing what you have that might help us as we go on our way to. Got a couple of friends in town too that are. Some of them went to go grab a drink. Some of them went up the mountain a little bit. And I'm just wanting to help us see what we can do to restock. Can you help me with that? And she bats her eyes.
Sure. Take a look at the store. We don't have a whole lot. A lot of the miners
Really?
have been coming in here and buying a lot of stuff, but
Who's been coming in
Whatever
and
we have
buying a
left.
lot of stuff?
the miners. Yeah, well, at least people that are trying to go into the mine and find essentia. We're fresh
I
out
heard-
of healing potions and bandages, so
I heard the prospector wasn't allowing anyone into the mine.
well. He's not allowing people into the mines, but when you have earthquakes and there might be ascension to be had. It's kind of hard to keep them from going in.
So these miners have gone rogue?
Well, calling them miners is a bit of a broad term. They're just people that still believe that we would be able to find Essentia after everything ran dry. And some of them don't know what they're doing. They're just hoping for the best to provide for their family. But
How long's that
some of
been
them are
going on?
miners. Since the earthquake started, that would have been a couple of weeks ago.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And are you guys having a hard time getting some shipments brought in? Is that why?
Shipments of what? Nobody comes out here.
Has that been the case for a long time, or?
Oh
recent in
yeah,
that
the
same-
mines have been drying now since 3-4 years ago. Quite a while.
Interesting. But I mean, you're still here, and clearly some other folks are still here. Why hadn't
People
y'all left
still
town?
need stuff.
Well, I count me among that number. I'd love to see your finest or any existing wares that you have.
Please feel free.
All right,
The
and
store is yours to look at. Just let me know if you need anything.
she'll start taking a look around. What have we got?
All right.
Give me the loot.
Here, store, you find pretty much anything that you would find in a general store. The thing about it is that healing potions are gone, stamina potions are gone. Anything that you could use as like an adventurer isn't here. What you see around this store is very much like bare bones. You see things like, pieces of clothing that have been just kind of stitched up. You see like bags of rice. You see the basic essentials. And as you're kind of looking through, every time that you look towards either Zerkoth or this Clink that's here, you see that the Clink is looking directly at you and then looks back down towards whatever they're doing. Very much like confused about your presence, just as everyone else has been here. You don't
Can
find much,
I-
though.
I don't find much. Can I... Is there any sort of like perception or like instinct roll that I could make kind of on it? There's just something off about, like, I mean, it's towns. People go from place to place. That's a
Right.
normal thing that happens. And the timelines just are not lining up in her mind. So
Sure.
is there anything, whether I could do it on the store itself or on them, like if there's, because it feels like there's something they're hiding to me.
So you're trying to see if they're hiding anything.
Yeah.
Um,
Whether it's like an illusory shelf or just
I
their
don't
general
think-
vibes.
I don't think that you even need to roll for this, but you do see for sure that something's going on with the Clink that's looking at you. They seem to be like trying to hide the fact that they're looking at you. Zerkoth, just from the conversation that you had, seemed very straightforward.
Mhm.
But you do see something something suspicious about the Clink that's looking at you. For sure. In order to get more information, I would say you have a couple options. You can either talk to this person, or you can go into like the same aisle as them, and then I would allow like an instinct roll or something of that.
I think that she knows what she's gonna do. So she's gonna slip down like one of the other aisles. She's gonna kind of like give a little wave there at first. She's gonna slip down one of the other aisles, and as a moon witch, I have the opportunity to use Knight's Glamour. So I'm gonna just kind of go there, and it's the equivalent of she takes out like a makeup compact, puts on a little bit of lipstick, And I can spend a stress in order to enhance my own appearance in order to give myself a little bit of a boost on some presence rolls.
Okay. All right.
It's a little wink, a little lipstick put on, and a little extra glow to her skin and her hair.
that.
Just kind of that moment of like hair toss. It happens in slow motion for a moment. And
Love it.
then she starts sidling up to the clank.
As you slowly start to make your way down that aisle, you see they like quick look towards you and then pick up what they're doing and are about to walk away. But by the time that they're like actually getting all of this stuff, like one of the cans that they're putting down drops, and then they just look at you and slowly grab it and pick it up and then put it back onto the shelf.
Oh, I'm
Hello.
sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
You did not startle me.
Oh. And she sticks out her hand. I'm Vesper, and who are you?
Stalker.
Stalker?
No, not.
No,
And then you
that's
hear
a
Zerka,
charming.
No, this happens every time.
No,
It's just
charming.
like stalking, as in like putting items onto the shelf. That's why. Oh, God, every single time. And you see they go into like the back.
No, wait.
Yes.
I think it's a charming name. And I think she's going to follow him into the back.
Oh, okay. You follow him into the back, and you see. First off, Stalker is like, wait. And as you walk into the back, you see that there's a little bit of overstock here in terms of, like, there are water barrels that are stocked up. You see rice barrels that are there as well. You see quite a bit of grain and different sorts of food items that are meant to last. You see a lot of that is stocked here. You also just hear an old man grumbling to themselves as they just like kind of start pacing back and forth. The door into this is like one of those olden opening, swinging doors. So if you wanted to just look without entering into this room, you can. But Stalker catches up and says, he probably does not want to be pushed on the matter.
Push?
My name is sort of a soft spot that he has. People make fun of him for doing so.
Oh.
But you are very pretty.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. And you, look at you. Like, and she does the equivalent of like squeezing the metal biceps on the clank.
I was built this way.
Well, it's very flattering for you.
If a robot could blush. I overheard you speaking of the earthquakes.
Yes. We have a little bit of... We've dealt with some things like that before in places that we've been.
Do you have any data as to why this is happening?
Yes.
I'm curious.
What do I get for giving you the data, though?
I don't have anything to provide. I do have my own data that I may be able to share.
Well, that sounds great. Data for data seems like a very fair exchange.
I have noticed that the miners are actively coming and going, searching for bandages and healing potions. I feel that there may have been a significant cave-in the mines.
How recently? Over these past few weeks? Or more recently than that?
I've noticed that the frequency in their visits has increased over the last week.
Are the same ones coming to and from, or are you seeing fewer of them?
I do notice that there seems to be a rotation of people. Some may not enter here as if they are being sly. But I know that they all go to the bar after they are done with the day. So I know that they speak with each other.
Well, that is good to know. And it seems that the prospector themselves are not so keen on them. What can you tell me of the prospector?
The prospector comes here late at night when no one is awake, seeking to purchase items.
Standard food fare or something beyond that?
Standard food fare. Zerkoth and Prospector were very close, while the mines were filled with Essentia.
Who in the mine? Who in the prospector?
Zerkoth. And you see the Dracona owner of this establishment comes back out with his hunchback and another list of inventory list. Yeah, come with me. Zerkoth doesn't like to speak about the happenings of the town very much.
Understood.
Go down
and
an
I'll
aisle.
follow.
The Prospector has not always been this way. I have noticed a change over the past couple of weeks after the earthquakes.
What sort of behavior changes? Where they would come here and they were friendly and then... And I think that really for her, she's trying to see if there's any connection in their past journeys and if that has... Like, I don't know whether it's exposure to Essentia or connections with any of these, like, aberrations or anything that they would have encountered before.
Something about his mannerisms. He's more anxious, shakes, quiet.
Like
When he comes to the store, he would speak to Zerkoth about what has been happening, plans for the future.
Wow.
But now it's nightly visits, and Zerkoth will not speak to him anymore. It seems something had happened between the two, but I do not know what.
And she leans in a little bit. You're gonna have to pardon me for asking this because it's just the way I am. Were they a thing?
I was not aware of any relationship that they had outside of business.
I can't help but be curious about those things because usually it's the folks who are that kind of close that'll notice the difference. And especially if they were some sense of close and no longer speaking like that. It's curious. But I'll give you a little bit of my data if that's something that you would like, because this has been very
Yes, please.
helpful.
You see him pull out like a little notepad that has just one of it. It has a robot's equivalent of chicken scratch, where it's just like a bunch of like different
Like the-
symbols and stuff,
Huh?
like 1101s, all just all
Like the
throughout
little
this entire
dots, like one of the like Scantron sheets.
Exactly. Yes. Right. Pulls out one of those, and their finger turns into a writing utensil. Yes, please.
Now, keep this hush hush because sometimes we know that some people might like to get themselves all up in a tizzy about it. You promise? And she puts up a pinky at his metal pinky. This date is just for you for right now. I'll let you share it. Oh, and then she.
I think he just lifts up his pinky as if like a, yes.
Okay. Close enough. Okay. And she just holds hers the same way. We believe that this could be associated with one of the soul shards. Are you familiar with any of that sort of telling?
What
Connected to the Colossi.
What are soul shards?
Okay. And she would give just the briefest, for the sake of our
Sure.
time, just the briefest connection, like, okay, well, once upon a time, and then would launch into just, there was a bad guy, and and going into the information about how there's soul shards that Kudamat is reaching out to, potentially through veins of Essentia, and would give just that. Now, we've come across various things in our travels, which is why we were here to kind of pick up supplies, because it seems like these miners may be coming in contact with things that we've come in contact with before.
That would make sense.
Yes. But don't go
People are
telling
acting
anybody
strange.
just yet, because anyone who does know about this would probably panic a little bit, and I don't want anyone to panic. You're not going to panic, are you?
No, of course not. That is outside of my repertoire.
See, and she would like pat his robot bicep once more. See, you're just so strong and brave. Check you out. All right, well, I better at least get something that's in here. And you're sure you don't have anything in the back, anything you're just kind of holding on to for a rainy day that I could take off your hands
hello.
for you?
And you see just behind you, Zarkoth coming up.
What are you talking about in hushed tones?
Flashes a smile back at Zarkov. Oh, well, I was just meeting this fine person right here. We were just getting to know each other a little bit. And, well, we're hearing that these miners are having a tough time up there, and my friends and I think we may know what's going on with it, but we're thinking we might face a tough time. I really was wondering to see if you had anything that might be in the back, like anything you're holding on to for a rainy day to help fight, I don't know, potentially big bad monsters and stuff.
I do not have anything of use for people trying to cause trouble in our town.
Oh, I'm not trying to cause trouble. We're trying to end trouble.
I do not believe you.
What would it take for you to believe me then?
Leave.
And then you'll believe me?
Perhaps.
Do you play games? You seem like someone who would like a game.
I don't like games.
Did you used to and something changed?
I do not like questions either. Please leave.
Is there anything I can do to try and smooth this over with this one?
Sure.
Yeah, sweet, because I don't think my role play is cutting it. I would love to try and see if my dice can make it better.
Go ahead and do, I would say in this case, to try and get any information into how you might be able to maybe win this person over, go ahead and do a instinct roll.
Sweet. Okay. Let's do that. That is a 10 with hope.
Okay. Looking over this person's actions and reactions to you being in this store, you can tell that they seem to be wanting something not to be known. However, you're not exactly sure what that is, and you can tell that you are past the point of this person caring about you being here.
Oh.
So with a 10, unfortunately, you don't see much.
Cool. Before I exit the building, and then camera can go to wherever it needs to. Is this building like one that is sandwiched? Like, I'm thinking of like a Western town. Is this building where it's like sandwiched in between, so it doesn't have like a clear way that you could get around the back and look in a window or something?
Yeah, there's like different stores that used to be here but are now vacant, and they are all like kind of pushed up together into one really, really long building. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. She will be like, well, pardon me for prying. I'm just, in my travels, I love just learning a little bit about the town and the locals and the stories, and I can see that just may be a little touchy here, so.
Go to the saloon if you want that. Not here. If you want to buy something, buy something. If you want to learn information, then go to the saloon.
Is there like a random jar of jam or honey or something on a shelf?
Absolutely. Yeah,
She's going to grab, she's going to not break eye contact, reach over, grab that, and just do, I'm in the mood for something a little sweet. And we'll walk over towards there to change it, to go and check out.
2 gold pieces.
You give over the gold pieces, and then you are able to get a jar of jam.
Okay, great. I've got a jar of jam.
Wonderful.
That's all very important for this cause.
Very important.
You need that jar of jam.
Yeah, don't worry. Because I promise, go to another person after this. But how far would it take to walk around the backside of the building to try and figure out which side it is? Or like to
what do you mean?
Like, okay, so you know how like there's the building, the general store aspect. You said it's kind of connected, but there's still around like another bunch of other store places.
Oh, like a bunch of other places to go to the other.
Like where the back door would be.
I mean, it wouldn't be a far distance. It's probably a couple buildings over. It would just be
trying not to be noticed with it.
Right. I mean, like that's you do see like if you go down around, you see that there is a long alleyway where like stores would be getting like shipments and stuff, and they'd be able to bring it into their storerooms and all of that stuff. You do see that alleyway. There's not a whole lot of activity back there, but we would still have to have some sort of a stealth roll in order to do that.
I think she's just eyeing that for now and might make her way either toward, I think she would head towards the saloon instead of going up the mountain.
Understood. Vess, as you leave the general store, we go back to look at what happened in the Spurs, Saddles, and Sarsaparilla, the saloon in this local town. In this saloon, we have Dread and Sunny walking inside, and as you enter into this establishment, you see that it is empty, as you would expect. This place smells of previous breakfast already cooked and dried up alcohol in all sorts of places. Behind the bar, you see a Simia, a woman with bright white mane of fur with orange fur everywhere else with different patches of white. You see the tail of which grabbing onto different alcohols on different shelves, being refilled and grabbing onto dirty mugs as they are just kind of at the bar mindlessly cleaning a mug just as you enter in. Again, with the signature cling-a-ling-a-ling of a bell with the door opening, as you see this almost emotionless face immediately brighten up and say, "Well, welcome to the Spurs. You're some new faces. What can I do for you?"
I was like, I'll take the whiskey lemon.
Whiskey lemon?
Yes.
I kind of, yeah, all right.
Grabs, uses her tail to grab onto a whiskey from the top shelf, knowing, not even looking towards the shelf, just knowing exactly where it is and pulling it down. Looks over to you, Dread, and for you.
Dread, for whatever reason, was expecting there to be a lot of people. So as she pushed through the door, she walked in like really smug-like and sees that there's no one around and goes, I'll have what she's having. And then just like walks up a little bit deflated that she doesn't get to cause trouble.
As she sees this this reaction to an empty bar, she pours out the whiskey, grabbing onto a lemon, and then cuts it into slices and puts it on there and hands you the glasses. Yeah, ever since the earthquake's going on, people been up in the mines rather than down here hanging out. It's kind of sad. The feeling of community is a lot less now.
People would rather be in the mines than in a saloon drinking your whiskey. Takes a sip.
You know, I don't quite understand it either. Really? Money. I think that's what it is. I think it's money. If you find a vein of Essentia, oh boy, be getting that money.
Is there a quest happening?
Well, I think it's just that we've been without Essentia for so long that even the idea of maybe having some Essentia is just consuming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. I do think
So what brings you to town?
The earthquakes.
Coming here for the earthquakes?
Yeah.
Y'all have something about earthquakes or something?
Yeah. It's like study them, trying to find those good old Colossus.
Wait, come again?
You know, big creatures tearing down.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I heard about those popping up all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I assure you, we haven't seen any of that anywhere near this town.
You sure?
Well, not that I've seen. I mean, we have the earthquakes, but
You don't think it's
That's about
strange you
it.
just suddenly having earthquakes?
yeah, see, I overheard some of the miners talking, and they've been saying that maybe there's some shift in the tectonics or whatever they call it, and there's more veins opening up or something like that. Beyond me, a lot of them all know the workings of the drylands and the ground beneath our feet, stuff like that. Because they go down in the mines, they need to know that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just think that it might be a natural thing, and they're just trying to get some Essentia. That's pretty much all I look into it. Though there's a lot more people than there usually is for the miners. Maybe I think it's just one of those things where it's like the promise of, or at least the expectation of getting some Essentia.
Do you think it's just people from this town or people from all over going into the mines?
Oh, it's definitely just people from this town. Everywhere else just knows that we ran out about 3 years ago, so nobody's coming out here.
I
Though,
found it funny, though.
If your guys coming here, maybe there's more. I don't know.
Maybe
First
there
I've seen.
Is there anything interesting about this saloon that I can see? Like, are there any... I mean, I think Dread immediately goes to, what can I do in this place to benefit me?
Sure. Taking a look around, this is a very basic saloon. You know that from the saloons that you've been to, this is one of the more seedy sort of saloons, and it's not a in a way of like of personal choice in the matter, it seems like there just isn't a lot of money here. So a lot of the furniture here is, wobbly and not well made, or they're broken down over a while and they just have been repaired and just can't be back to their original sturdiness. You see that there's like dartboards and different sorts of saloon games. You see like a whole section where there's like cards and poker chips and stuff like that. As far as something that you could use here, there's not much that seems to be useful in terms of like maybe in your quest or something like that. You do see that there is a back room that is just outside of the bar. The bar is like a rectangular shape with like a little entrance on the right hand side and then a door just outside of it. So you could tell, and just like those other swinging doors, you could tell that there is more to this place that you haven't seen, but whether or not you want to enter into that door is completely up to you.
Okay.
With Sunny, she's gonna look at Dread and say, "It's a ghost town. I'm gonna go talk to the ghosts." And like, so I would like to use my ability, the Grim ability, where like to see a vision of the last violence that happened in this location. So I'd like to get transported back to the last bar fight to see if anyone's talking about the miners, the cave, any other lore and stuff.
Amazing. So, as you open up your senses to that, you take a seat at one of the tables and close your eyes, letting in that sense of violence and allowing yourself to see. As you open your eyes, you see these spectral shapes walking through the bar. Laughs, clinking of glasses and mugs, the sound of thump as a dart hits the dartboard. This is a weird vision for you. Everything is happy. And then you hear cling. And as that happens, you feel this sense of dread begin to overcome you as the feeling from this person just overtakes you. As you hear, "Martin, I swear to God, if you are in here instead of at our house for our anniversary, you are dead." And you see one of the saloon guests at the bar turns around, and then you see somebody else walk up and say, "So what if Martin's here with us? You never cared about him. Now you're just acting like, since he's gone out of your place looking for Essentia with us, that now you care?" You see the person at the bar turn back around. You see the person that just walked in stiffen up a bit. "And who are you to say what I like and don't like, if I paid attention to him or not?" The other person, we talk there in the mines. There's a lot of talk of who we are, what we've been doing these past years. So we know quite a bit. So I think you should get out of here. This person stands even taller, moving their arms. "Fuck you, Clyde. Fuck you and everyone else in here." You see them spit. And then that's when Clyde goes around with a punch and immediately knocks this person down. "Get out of here." We don't want to see you anymore. And they end up leaving. And then, like a switch was just hit, everyone goes right back to it. Enjoying their time, drinking, clinking glasses, throwing some darts, as if nothing had ever happened.
Does Sunny see anything like physically wrong with them?
Physically wrong with who?
Any of the patrons, the miners?
Looking around, go ahead and do an instinct roll.
Okay. On my, because I rolled both dice, right? Hope and fear, right?
Yes, you roll
So
both
on
dice.
my-
Go ahead.
On my fear, it's a 11. On my hope, it's a 4.
Okay, so that's 15 with
15.
fear, and then you add your instinct.
Yeah, that was adding my instinct.
Okay, got it. Understood. Okay. So with the 15 with fear, you, which I will take the fear.
Ew.
You can tell that it's a little odd that there was such a crazy thing happen that changed the mood of the entire saloon. And everything is just back to normal. You can tell that everyone just is back to smiling, everything like that. Either something really bad, like everyone knows who that person was and hates them, or something is just off. Like it just brushed off of them and they were unaffected after they were gone.
Okay. What was that person's name again? I know Martin, but what was the one?
So Martin was the person that this person had come in calling for. Clyde was the one that had punched this person, but you don't have the name of that person.
Okay. Good. I think that after witnessing all that and even taking almost like a lap around into the vision, unless there's something else after she takes a lap around of the vision, if anything stands out.
Just kind of sitting here and taking in this vision, that is what you saw, and then you see everybody returning, and that's when this vision just faded away. That was the last piece of violence. So once that was done, it went back to now.
So yeah, Sunny will see the world starts melting and then reforming back, and she's back in the like the empty saloon. Dread will see that she was having a vision as she's just like staring out in space, and her eyes was like white and it went back to the silver tone, and she just takes a sip of her whiskey and moved back to Dread and said, I learned a lot about this saloon. It's very exciting here. It was a big bar fight over the
You're talking about a couple nights ago. Baron came in. Yeah.
Looking for Martin.
Yeah, just Martin's the whole thing with Baron and Martin is kind of sad. Martin was a miner back then, and ever since the cinch dried up, Martin's been hoping that they would find something else. Been going to the mines quite a bit ever since, and nothing's ever found. So Baron has said that there's a bit of a what's the word? Addiction, almost like gambling. Trying to gamble his life to find some more essential for the money, but it just
Now tell me more.
Then
about
on the other hand, Martin says that Baron's just not supportive and hasn't been for the past few years, so I don't know. I try not to be involved in that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
I understand.
Yeah.
Tell me about Claude.
Oh, Clyde? Yeah, Clyde
Clyde punched Bear in the face, so
Yeah, but why is he getting involved?
oh well Clyde is the like the main mining manager sort of like you. We have a prospector,
Mm-hmm.
Griddick, but Clyde is like the Triple M. The main mining manager, the one that does the most work for the prospector. You know, like when the prospector can't be there, Clyde is the one that's there. So Clyde makes it his business to be in part of everyone else's business that's part of the mining business. That makes sense? I feel like
Yeah.
that didn't make any sense.
So he's the assistant to the regional manager.
Right, yeah. I guess you could say that, yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I do find it funny that this Clyde thought, I'm gonna punch Baron because they're not a supportive person. I don't know if I heard that or
That's like
if that's what Sonny mentioned at all.
Yeah,
yes, I didn't even mention that.
Okay.
yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. I think Clyde and Martin might have a thing too.
Clyde and Martin. Interesting.
Interesting.
And would Clyde be over up with the prospector right now?
Clyde and Martin would definitely be in the mine right now. I guess when you spend more time with everybody, kind of get close. Listen to me,
No.
I'm such a gossip.
I love it. I love it. Please
We
keep
love a
it
good
coming.
gossip here.
I wonder though, when you said addiction, was it addiction to the gambling in here, or was it addiction to what's happening in the mines?
Oh, I think it's an addiction of what could be. You know what I mean? When you really, really want something and you'd do anything to get it, even though there's no promise of ever getting anything in return. I think that's.
Oh, I know it. I know. I mean, yeah, I get it.
What's your game? Eh? Like,
My game.
what would Texas be in this world? Texas Hold'em? You know that one city miles outside of the drylands.
I was like, I love a good black jester.
Black Jess is my game too.
You all should play.
We
Wait.
can.
I mean, if you're offering, I got nothing going on. By the way, drinks refills, anyone?
I think I'm gonna see myself over to the little girl's room. But you all can feel free to play Black Jester.
Well, yeah,
It's
it's
like, we
just
can use mine?
through the doors to the right.
He's like, we can use my deck, or like, it is your
Ooh.
home. You can use yours.
No offense. I don't know you
That's
well
not
enough to use
taken.
yours.
I was like, and I don't know you well enough to use yours.
Mix your
but-
decks.
Hey, how about this? All right. You can take this deck, take a look, make sure that everything is all copacetic before we get started then.
Yeah, I think Sonny would take a look, make sure nothing out of the sorts,
Okay.
and slides it back over. All right.
Chips are brought to the table and a game is played. But before we get to that, Dread, you're going into the back.
Mm-hmm.
You enter through that doorway into the back here. You see that there's another door that goes behind where the bar is, and in there you can smell the leftover breakfast that has yet to be fully cleaned. And to the right you see two other doors that go into what you expect to be bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go?
Where do you think I'm going? However, what I want to do before I make that final decision, one of my experiences is Relentless Hunter. Is there any way that I can use my abilities to sniff out anything that smells very different to what this place has already offered?
I think this will go into the difficulty that you will have for a roll to investigate this kitchen area, if you will.
Okay.
So, you are searching for something that's not of the norm. However, first, I do want you to do a finesse roll to see if you might get caught.
Please let me trip in and finesse. I got a double 5, Johnny.
That is a crit. That is the first crit of this campaign. Incredible. All right, so you go through the swinging doors and look over just in time to see when Rishi turns to get the cards from the far cabinet that's near the grouping of tables. And right when she turns, you open the door of the bathroom and close it and immediately go through the swinging doors. As you push through the swinging doors to the kitchen, you feel a little bit of tension. And that's when you see that there is a like tripwire of sorts right next to a bell just on top.
Uh-oh.
You almost go, and you hear like a ting, a very, very low ting as that bell, what do they call it? The thing inside of the bell just barely hits the side.
Mm-hmm. This thing, I know what you mean.
Yeah, the thing, you know. You close it and then go just underneath, crawling under those swinging doors to enter into the kitchen. The owner of this bar, completely unaware. Go ahead and do. This would be a instinct roll.
Yeah.
To see if you can find something out of sorts here.
And then could I use my Relentless Hunter also?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. +5. Oh, what's 18 + 5? 23.
Okay. And then with hope or with fear?
Oh, with fear.
Amazing.
I'm scared. Help.
Looking through the kitchen, you find all sorts of unopened alcohol and the leftover food that is just in a sink at the moment. Start going through each of the cabinets. And then you see a barrel that's tapped into, but you find a dark spot just beneath it. And as you get closer to it, it starts to smell like tangy.
Okay.
And as you look into the tap, this barrel is lifted onto a barrel holder, I guess is the best way to say it, where it's lifted up to where the tap is just at your line of sight. And you see a small drop of this like greenish liquid.
Okay. Does it smell familiar to me?
Taking a smell, this is definitely the tangy smell of, this is what that tangy smell is. You find the source, and as you get closer to it and just let the smallest bit out, you hear off the ground.
And just so I'm aware, this is acid.
Seems to be something of the sorts, or
Okay.
Some sort of poison.
Okay. Now, why would this be here?
I guess it wouldn't sizzle if it was poison, huh? That would be more
It might.
twisted.
It could be.
Yeah,
Johnny, this
I
is
mean,
a
who
made-up
knows?
world. Our
True
poison
that.
can sizzle.
And you know what? This poison sizzles. However, with that, I would like both of you to please do a What would this be?
no.
Oh shoot. Not presence, instinct,
Oh no.
agility, strength. I think this would be, oh gosh, strength. Would this be a strength check?
Oh
Reaction
no.
roll? Please do a strength reaction roll. We'll go with that.
Oh my gosh. Taylor, I'm scared. What did we do?
Nothing.
14 with fear.
Amazing.
Then I rolled 2, right? I rolled,
Mhm.
Yeah, so 16 hope.
Okay.
What did I do?
Dread.
Mm-hmm.
As you finally find this substance in the back, feel yourself feeling a little woozy.
Mm-hmm.
And just as you're about to turn to leave, you fall to the ground.
Yay.
Sonny, you're at the table playing cards, and you notice that Rishi is looking to you often. Maybe it's just because she's trying to make sure that you're not cheating, or maybe not. Maybe it's just what she does. But as she starts to send the cards your way, you start to feel a little sick and tired. And then you hear thump. Well, you seem to be a little bit stronger than the other one is. And with that, we're going to switch over to Ash and Airy. Each of you are trekking up this nice little mining road up to the mine in the God's Maw Mountains here. The hike is a bit, but each of you are used to walking around and trekking, so not too much.
I would just like to say that Aries' strength is -1. So I feel like the
Amazing.
entire time he's able to do it, but he's like,
I am so tired. Why we go so far? Could we not get a horse or could we
One
not
foot after the
fly?
other. You'll be fine, I promise.
We there yet? We there yet?
Oh, no.
Not there yet. Oh, Aries, oh, we're so tired. Ash.
Wait, can't you fly?
Oh, yes, but his wings look so cool around Aries' body. Make me look so scary. And it's so bright outside. I do not want my body to get crispy.
So you'd rather show up out of breath? Mm-hmm.
This is why you need her. This is why. Tell Airy he needs to be better at talking to people. Fine, fine.
and Airy is going. His wings are going to furl out, and show off his entire insectoid body. I am going to be taking 1 stress in order to fly, but that
Okay.
does give me +2 to my evasion.
Okay.
I
No,
think
no.
also-
You get to fly, and then you get to use your evasion by marking a stress.
Oh,
You get to fly just in general, and then the
Cool.
evasion thing is for a stress, yeah. So that would increase your...
I understand. I misread that. Okay.
All good, yeah.
While flying.
Yeah.
I think too, Ash is he's an orc with like kind of like this darker green skin with reddish undertones underneath, and kind of strapped around his shoulder and also holstered to his hip, he has like a golf club caddy of his weapons. So you see like like he has the pick of like, you'll see like the hilt of a long sword, you'll see like a bow, but then also the biggest one that you see is what looks like this cobbled together steampunk V8 engine that's just sitting at the top, that has all these exhaust pipes on top of it. But he just continues on and treks up and is a very just dry person.
Dry as the desert and the drylands around you. As you get higher up, the air becomes a little more thin, making the inside of your throats scratchy. But you finally get to the top of this trek, in which you find this small office that seems to be in all sorts of disrepair, and a large sign with boards covering up this mining entrance, saying, "Do not enter, unsafe." But there's no one there.
No one's there at the
least that you
prospector's
can
office?
see. No, nobody that you can see outside of the mines.
Okay. Can I make a instinct roll to take a look and see if I can find, or like see where that entrance might be, or like footsteps that would lead towards where people have been sneaking in?
Mm-hmm.
I don't plan on going in just yet, but just to like see.
Sure, you can see that there are like broken boards and such.
Okay.
That, you know, somebody is able to walk underneath these signs. It's just the sign is left there, or maybe it's put up every single day to remind people after they break it down. But it seems like instead of doing so, they've just gone under it. You can definitely see that there are footsteps going back and forth underneath, and you can see a lot of footsteps kind of walking around as well.
And is there like a main office?
Yes, so that building is what seems to be the main office. Yeah. It seems to be more like a home than anything else. You can tell that there's like a little chimney out there. The windows are completely covered with the curtains on the inside, and the lights inside are completely dark. And the door is closed.
I knock very loudly. Using my metal hand. Just a...
No answer.
Huh. Did you hear that?
Oh, I hear nothing.
It sounded like someone was crying for help. And I'll I'll break open the door.
Oh!
Amazing.
The prospector's office.
Harry, like his face lights up for a moment. He goes,
I did not hear help.
"Oh wait, where do we go?" And rushes after you.
You see his hand begins to ignite. Little flames flickering off of it in between the inlays of the metal, and it just heats up and just starts peeling back on the boards and just breaks into the office.
Okay. As you enter into the office, you can see there is a state of disrepair. There is bed sheets thrown off of the bed. The chairs are flipped over. The table is on the ground. Laying in the bed, you see a fairy, blue with dark black hair and wings about 2 times their size, though at this moment folded up. as they are completely unconscious and unmoving from that bed.
Before I make any other movements further in, yeah, I would like to see if there's any signs of like there's been a fight in here or anything like that. Just like general like signs of blood, scratch marks,
Sure.
anything beyond just the general like disarray of the place.
You would definitely see that there are small spatters of blood.
Gotcha.
And just looking from this distance, you can see that there are some scratch marks and bruising that is starting to appear on whoever this is.
Right. I will go forward and inspect this person to see if they're conscious. Or like living, more so.
Pushing on this body, as you get closer, go ahead and do an instinct roll.
That is a... that is a 19 with hope, and I will forego the hope to add that to my Slayer die pool.
Okay. You've seen fights before. You know the general signs of making sure that somebody is still alive and kicking or not. And you kind of look for a lethal wound over their body, in which you find, without even touching them, there's this wound on the back of their head that still seems to be bleeding slowly. Most of it has scabbed up, but you can see this small pool of blood on the pillow that they're sitting on. And then you see the slow rising and falling of their torso, as they seem to still be alive, breathing.
All right. Hey, wake up. Just...
Harry's right behind him, poking him with his staff. Right
kind of smacking their arm a bit.
As you poke with the staff, you see this person stirring. As they turn around, you see this older, sagging face with lots of wrinkles. The front of their hair is starting to whiten and gray, while the rest of it is black with some pieces of gray hair here and there. But they turn around to look at each of you. What are you doing at my house?
Yeah, we thought we heard a bit of a commotion. Got a little worried. Smelled blood.
Someone's yelled for help.
Well, it wasn't me.
You sure? What happened?
Oh, and then they pull the sheets over them, over their half-naked body, and sorry, I'm okay. I'm good. You can leave now if you.
Are you Greydick?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, we were sent by Gale to talk to you.
Okay. Well, I'm good. Do you mind if I just like change real quick? Like, I can meet you
go
outside.
right
All right, thank you.
ahead. And as he's slowly walking out, he's saying, you're bleeding out the back of your head. There's Earthquakes going around. People going in and out of the mines even though you tell them not to.
Yeah.
If they were bringing back the Essentia, you would have seen it by now. But they keep going in and they keep going out. So
Yeah.
what's going on, Prospector? As his silhouette, the silhouette of his back is in the doorway.
I learned right quick not to try and keep them from going in. I just kind of keep to myself now. They try to get me to go in with them. Promise of Essentia, but like you said, I'd never seen it yet. But I don't know. It's possible.
Digging for
Possible.
weeks. They would have run into it by now.
Yeah, but we get earthquakes every day. I think.
Do you get attacked every day?
No.
Who hurt you?
I don't know.
What did you fall? You old. I recognize that maybe you just fall and knock head, but also.
No, I don't know. Maybe
Fall.
I don't remember.
You've been losing your memory a lot lately?
No, I remember. I remember everything. It's just I remember falling asleep last night, and I just woke up now. You see them reaching for the bruise on their, or the open wound on the back of their head. I think I might have hit my head too hard.
And what about the room? Looks like there was a tussle.
That wasn't you?
No.
No, we only do door.
Well,
I mean, the door was just like that. We did nothing to the door.
no, You see like a sudden look of terror, then immediately gone.
Prospector.
Eric gets very excited when he sees that.
Yeah, of course. What?
Do you see in the shadows? What scares you?
You see them absent-mindedly reaching for a drawer, finding it empty, closing it. No, I must have been real clumsy last night, that's all.
Prospector. And you see that he kind of like puts his arm around his caddy weapons. I need you to understand something. I'm a simple man. I go where I need to go, and I get done what needs to get done. Whatever it is that you're afraid of, I guarantee you, it'll be more afraid of me. I need you to be as honest as you possibly can and tell me everything you know about what's going on in those mines. Because I'm going to head back into town. I am going to grab a drink. And then my friends and I are going to figure out what exactly is happening. So, is there anything else you care to share?
I'm telling the truth. I don't remember what's going on. But what time is it? Is it nearing the midday? Is it nearing high noon, if you will?
Just
Yes,
about.
it's near worst time of day, yes.
Well, the miners are probably going to be coming out to get some lunch at sometime soon, so maybe going to the bar is a good idea.
Why would we not want to see minors?
Well, I don't know. I have this feeling. Something's going on at the saloon.
Well, Prospector, I'm sure I'll be seeing you.
Yeah.
Eric, you ready?
Very ready. Yes, I am ready. Goodbye,
Slowly.
Prospector. We talk
Slowly.
soon.
Slowly start walking away.
Okay. Slowly start walking away. Down the mountain you go. And you find at around this time Vess exiting the general store, walking towards the saloon.
Oh, we find them?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
as
perfect.
you're walking down, you finally get to the
Sorry, I
main.
was-
Sorry.
I misinterpreted the sentence structure. I was like, at the time, you see. Oh, okay, gotcha. I think then seeing them. All right, we've got a problem.
Oh, yeah, I'd say so.
Ash is hearing things. People yelling for help.
Something else is going on in those mines.
Yeah, it seems like everything about these mines is kind of causing some tension around here. Storekeep's not happy about it, and one of the guys in there says that these miners are kind of digging real deep in there
And not finding anything.
and not finding anything.
But they
About-
keep going back religiously.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
And
The prospector did not want us to be there when the miners came out.
well, apparently the shopkeep and the prospector were real close until a handful of weeks ago, and then something happened. They don't speak to each other anymore. Like there's something.
He's been
fishy.
staying secluded up there, boarded up
Yeah.
his windows. He's afraid.
He was
But
also
something's just-
attacked or fell.
Ah,
Killed. But I think attacked.
well,
But
these
something's
miners are
distorting his
also
memories.
these miners are also coming up and taking all these healing supplies. So whatever's happening down there, it's violent
Well,
or injurious.
we'll be more violent. Let's grab a drink and we'll get answers.
I follow you. Go on ahead.
As we're walking together, I start sniffing a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you get sweet sweets?
I did. You know, I was actually thinking about you. And she pulls out the jar and pops the lid off of it and leans it in so that Ari can take a sniff.
This little black claw like reaches out and just scoops a bit of the jam and just like brings it to his mouth and just
Oh, this is always so kind to Ellie. Thank you, friend.
She does the thing of like instead of ruffling the hairs, it ruffles the like fluffy little antennas that are there. And we make our way to the saloon.
You did, Jonny?
I bet that narration was beautiful.
So
Thank you
good.
so much. It was. You know what? Matter of fact, let me do
You
it
know what?
again.
It's so nice to do it twice.
As you're walking through town, you find that it's becoming a little bit more lively. The people are starting to wake up here. They're starting to do their daily chores, go from one place to the other, some entering into the general store after UVS, while others going maybe to a friend's house or looking for things to do, doing their jobs, what have you. You enter into the saloon. And there you find Sunny and the Simia owner, Rishi, playing cards across from a table. As you enter in, Sunny, you see the expression of Rishi change from suspicious to immediate. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. What brings you to town?
A drink.
I think Sunny will turn around to face them, and like she would have a look on her face being like, don't trust.
Question.
Yeah.
Where's Dread?
You see them like grabbing onto the not floorboards, the joists of the ceiling, grabbing on and climbing their way through the bar over to the bar counter where they grab onto some drinks, start pouring. Yeah.
1 second. As I look over, look back over, and I say to Sunny, "Where's Dread?"
They went to the bathroom, and then I heard a loud thud.
Can you go get them from the restroom? We need some help with magic-y stuff. That's their specialty.
I was like, yeah. I was like, I'll go check now, if that's okay. That she looks to the owner. I do want to repeat
Of course.
what you say to me.
Oh! What do you mean?
Oh, what do
friend-
you mean?
Friend's probably
What'd
fine
they
in the
say?
back.
It's like, sound like that they probably spiked my drink, saying I was a little stronger.
What?
What?
Little old me?
Little old you.
Never.
Is being
Sonny.
little doesn't mean you're not dangerous.
Here are some drinks for everyone. If you
Don't.
like it.
I should introduce myself. My friends call me Harry. Strangers call me Erebid. My enemies call me Death. Which are you? Which are you?
Just a friend. Why the hostility? Your friend's probably just fine in the bathroom.
I go check.
And Aries gonna start making his way back to find Dread.
Okay. She lets you pass. And that's when you hear cling, 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 as some of the people from the town start entering in. Well, I thought we were friends. Maybe that isn't the case. Get him. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Ah!
Great.
Woo!
Holy shit!
So, why don't we go around the table and tell everybody who we are and where people can find us? Let's start. Jacob.
Hello! My friends call me Jacob, strangers call me Hey You, and I don't think I have any enemies, but maybe they call me Selma Bitch. But you can find me on all the socials. My name's Jacob. You can find me on all the socials at JR Shore Lunch. That's JRSCHOR Lunch. You can also, I am a digital content creator, TTRPG player, as well as digital artist and textile artist. If you want to see any of the artwork that I do, best place to see that is Green Roof Studios on Instagram, where if you want your own custom piece, feel free to reach out. Best place to see what I'm going to do next is to follow me at JR Shore Lunch and to see what cool projects I'm working on in 2026. Popcorn, next person.
Let's go, Daniel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel K. Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM, and you can find me over at Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, over as Daniel the DM. I make TTRPG content. I star in a show called Bitten, and that's playing Daggerheart all the time is normally what I'm doing. But over on Twitch, you can catch me probably playing Final Fantasy.
Or Marvel Rivals whenever we're
That
feeling
too.
a little feisty.
Whenever we
jump
feel
in
like
those
losing
comp
some
games.
rank.
Speaking of which, Taylor, who also appears every once in a while when we're playing Rivals.
Yes. As I'm Taylor, aka Spunky Taylor, also Sunny. Yeah, you can follow me ever at Spunky Taylor, stop on Twitch on Spunky Taylor Games. As I'm a Black variety content creator, performer, TTRPG performer, K-pop enthusiast, all that jazz. My main is Jeff and Marvel Rivals. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Mare, where can we find you all over the interwebs?
Well, hello there. My name is Mare. You can find me all over the internet at Oh Hello Mare. You can find me on Threads, Instagram. I am an educator by day, but I am a TTRPG player, variety content creator, also K-pop enthusiast online. I stream on Twitch over at my own channel, Oh Hello Mare, but you can also find me playing with some of these cool players over on Bitten, over with Crit Hit Chronicles and Talking XP. So yeah, I like playing Daggerheart. I like playing with my friends, and I'm very fortunate to get to do both. So see you next time.
And talking of Talking XP, that's me. I'm Jonny. I run Talking XP. I also run this game and Bitten. So if you're interested in Daggerheart and you like this game, once you finish this up, go check out Bitten. It's fucking incredible. It's wild. So go check it out. I also have How to Play Daggerheart on my channel. So if you're checking on YouTube, you can learn how to play Daggerheart, and it's how to make a character, how to GM, how to play, all of that stuff. It's all in the playlist. And then what else do I do? Pretty much nothing else. That's pretty much consuming my entire life. Let's see, what else? Yeah, no, that's follow me on all the socials, Docking XP. Yeah, cool. All right, now I'm gonna leave it over to Gloria to finish us off because this is your beautiful channel.
Yeah.
People know where to find you, but tell them
Yeah.
more.
Gloria, Glow Pinksta, Charm Party. I'm a content creator. I've been a content creator for way too long. I'm really excited to have everyone here to start the mini series Love over on Charm Party. So thank you everyone for taking part. Everything on Charm Party technically should be lighthearted and silly, but that's not the case, and I don't think it ever will be, despite how hard I try. Jacob knows, he was in my last campaign. Yeah, that's me. But also, I think Dread needs some Pepto-Bismol for the sizzling poison that she's had. And I've never played Marvel Rivals. So, and I don't know if it would make me angry while playing. It might. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch, on Instagram, on all the socials at Glow Pinksta, and also Charm Party. So come hang out with me because it's fun. Yay! This year we have a lot of fun things in store, including an all plus size table, which Taylor is featured in. If that's not out already, it will be very soon. And one of my most anticipated projects that I'm very excited for, which is very ambitious, is one called Backstabbers, which is essentially the Traitors, but TTRPG kinda, and I'm really excited to do it. Everyone's gonna lie, plot, and scheme against each other, and I just get to sit back and watch as the host. But that's coming later this year. There's a lot of really cool, fun stuff in between. But for now, watch everyone's shows, and thank you for being here. See you next week. Bye.